Hey Taurus, thanks for joining me. Okay, just as it's beginning to rain, which you might hear in the background ever so slightly, and what we're going to be doing is looking at the energies between your specific person and a third party. So your person is involved with somebody else at some level. It could be casual, it could be in a long-term relationship, it could be married, whatever, and you want to know what's happening. And that could be because you're obsessively thinking about it, if you're like me, or it could be because you're just curious. Okay, so we're going to pull 5 cards and clarify them and find out where your two people are. Okay, and do you know what? That feels good. It also feels good hearing the rain as well. Okay, that one as well, all from the top. Okay, so first card here is the overall energy between these two people in this connection, and this helps me understand and interpret the other cards in the reading. And we have the 5 of Pentacles. I'm not going to clarify this card, but this card is very much about feeling left out in the cold, disconnected in some way. It can be feeling abandoned, but more I'd say disconnected, because this is about mutual energies in this connection. Some friction between these two people. Coldness perhaps. Okay, this card here is your person's feelings for the third party as they currently stand, and we have a 9 of Cups reversed. Okay, this can indicate unhappiness, a lack of fulfillment. You expected X, Y, and Z, and you've got something completely different. And you're feeling unfulfilled. Perhaps your person wished for this very special relationship. A deep wish. And they've ended up with something which is not quite what they bargained for. Clarification. And they're feeling unhappy about it. 5 of Swords reversed, and we have 8 of Wands reversed. This is dismal, I would say. I'm getting the impression here that your person, when this relationship started, there was so much hope. Perhaps also so much sexual energy as well. A sense of release. Everything had come together in perfect symmetry. But now we have, a lack of motivation. Here, the 8 of Wands, it's about, upright, this card is about passionately moving forward, passionately progressing. Reverse that and you've got, lack of sexual energy, lack of sexual desire. Spark has gone, the fire's gone out. Not feeling any longer, there's no motivation, there's no enthusiasm. Why is that the case? The clue here is in the 5 of Swords reversed. On the surface, the 5 of Swords reversed is not a bad card, because strife is either suppressed or in some way it's being blocked. But that's usually just, it leads to pent up feelings of resentment. It's kind of be a card of resentment. So you're no longer arguing, you're no longer quarreling. You're no longer in a situation where you're communicating all those kind of negatives, as well as negative as well as positive stuff, but it's more about negative stuff. You kind of start to seethe within. You're seething. So all those arguments, the residue of those arguments and misdemeanors and words was said which you kind of let go at the time, all of that kind of stuff just builds. It builds to a place and time when you just feel resentful, and your person's feeling resentful. They're feeling resentful, I think, because they haven't got what they bargained for. This relationship is not what they imagined it would be. And it's left them unhappy, sexually unhappy as well. Okay, so that's what's in their heart. This is what's in their head. And we have, oh, for 10 of Swords. I didn't quite expect that. Some cards you kind of expect, other ones you don't. It's 10 of Swords upright. And this is what's in their head. So I think they want to move on. Moving on. They've had enough. A sense of despair. But I will add to this. It's more than despair, because this is what's in their head. And 9 of Swords is that card about waking up in the middle of the night and you can't get those thoughts out of your head, and you're thinking, if I'd done this, if I'd done that, then it would be different. The situation would be completely not what it is at the moment. The 10 of Swords it takes that to another level when it's about thoughts, what's in the mind, what people are thinking. It's obsessive thinking. Obsessively thinking about this connection. And what are they obsessively thinking about? We've got the Queen of Wands here reversed. I'm not sure whether this is your person or the third party. But the Queen of Wands reversed is somebody who feels a deep sense of frustration. They want something and they can't get it. And this could be your person wanting to have this relationship in a certain space, and it's not. And there's this deep frustration, irritation. But it's an irritation with themselves, not with externally. They're irritated with the external world, but ultimately it's about them. They can't reconcile the situation they're in with what's happening externally. They can't reconcile it, which is making them feel desperate. And here we have the Four of Wands. And this is a card of, in relationships readings, you love to see this upright. It's about commitment. It's about people coming together, joy, celebration. Do you know what I get here? It's like they wanted this so much. They wanted this happily ever after so much. And they can't reach it. Queen of Wands is irritated because she can't get this. Your person can't get to this place. But they so desire this with the third party. So what do they want to happen in this connection then? What do they want to happen? This is the immediate term, not long term. Temperance reversed. Okay, there's a certain degree of emotional imbalance here. Let's clarify. Yeah, okay. 3 of Swords reversed. Reversed card yet again. And we have clarifying the Empress. Okay, this is the desire here. The absolute desire for this beautiful connection. 4 of Wands, the Empress. It's not happily ever after, but it's children playing, the beautiful life, the beautiful framework of existence. That's where they want to be, but they can't find any way to be there. And there's a certain impatience. It's almost like the Queen of Wands here. Impatience to actually get there. Frustration that you can't get there. And that frustration is manifesting here as the 3 of Swords reversed. And I see this card differently to many tarot readers. It's not somebody coming out of pain and hurt. Usually, it can be. But for me, it normally turns out when it's more intense than the 3 of Swords upright, where somebody feels deep-rooted feelings of hurt. Gosh, my microphone went funny there. Hurt and pain. They can't find a way out. Can't find their way out in any way whatsoever. I mustn't get too enthusiastic and get closer to this microphone because it's always going to end in pain. So this final card is the direction of the connection given current energies. where the connection is heading towards the end of July. And we have the Four of Cups upright. Let's clarify. I can't fit these cards in very well, so I'll put them on the edge because that's what I'm going to do. Okay. We have the Six of Wands reversed, and we have the Five of Wands reversed. I had thought that maybe something here might turn around in the near future, and this might actually try and resolve itself in some way. Your person might try and resolve this, because sometimes when you see these readings and everything is so negative, the desire for the happily ever after is so great that people put the energy in and they try and work through disappointment, but your person's, they're not doing it. There's a sense here that they don't want to embrace this situation, accept this situation. They're giving up on this. Six of Wands reversed. I think a person's feeling intensely vulnerable, and they don't want to take this. They don't want to take this relationship to the next level. They can't see the point of it. They don't see the point of it. And the Five of Wands reversed. Well, I think they're just struggling. They're struggling to find a way out. But I kind of see it mirroring the Five of Swords reversed here, both sides of this reading, in that I can say this, but I don't want to say it. They're putting up with it. They're putting up with their miserable life. And again, just to emphasize, Six of Wands reversed, there's a lack of sexual energy here, lack of sexual passion. I think they are neglecting it, the relationship. They're neglecting passion. They're neglecting everything. This is an unhappy relationship. And the indicator here, this joint energy, if you like, overall energy, Five of Pentacles upright, feeling left out in the cold, abandoned. I think they both feel that they're abandoning this connection, abandoning this relationship. And I think as time passes, this pain will grow in intensity. And you can't just paint over it. At some point, the universe steps in and just says, hey, it's over. But not yet. It's just deeply, deeply miserable. Okay, thanks very much, Taurus. Cheers. Okay, hope that's helpful.